Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Spirit Light Body. What's going on, y'all? What's happening with y'all today, man? I hope everything's well with you. I just want to do a little summary of the video I did last week or whatever. Root races. I just wanted to touch on a few points or whatever that I just really wanted to get across to y'all or whatever. Last week, my grandma had just passed and my mind was just kind of, it was just kind of all over the place, man. It just it affected me a lot more than what I thought it did. I went back and I watched the video and I could just tell, man, I had a lot on my mind. It wasn't right. So again, I just wanted to kind of just reinforce a couple of things that I was saying, like the fact about the root race or whatever, that notice that all DNA and all of us come from one source. You see what I'm saying? One source, which is the North Pole, the womb of the earth. That's why she said the imperishable sacred island, and she said that this race was developed on seven separate regions of an island located where the North Pole is now. Excuse me, dang spin. Which is referred to the imperishable sacred island is what they call it or whatever, but aka the North Pole. And we all come from this source. And she talked about how the beings were sexless and ethereal in nature, and it's the womb of the earth where all things come from. It's a symbiotic relationship. BRO.SANCHEZ talked about that. When the creator creates, it also experiences itself. So like the creator experiences its creation and itself at the same time. Like you can't have one without the other. The creator and the creation goes hand in hand, which you're never separate from your creator. It doesn't even make sense. You can't be separate from the creator. So again, I encourage y'all to go over to BRO.SANCHEZ TV and BRO.SANCHEZ Live. And Flat Power, I'm telling you, man, that man, he be on point, man. I'm telling you, that's a very educated young man, and he's just educated in, his own spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta go to school and all them degrees and all that shit. You know what I mean? He's a very intelligent young man. Like, yo, and you can see that, the ancestors have, entrusted him with a lot of this information. It just comes to you, man. I know from my own experience, a lot of this stuff just comes to me sometimes. I'm like, dang, the hell, where'd that come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, that's the way it works, man. But yeah, he's definitely right though, that North Pole is a pole and a hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have that hole without, or you can't have that pile without the hole. You know what I'm saying? So the North Pole, where they talk about the mountain when the earth cooled or whatever, and the first mountain that came out of the chaotic sea, from what the occultists say, they called it Mount Meru. Well, any flat earther knows that Mount Meru, all our ancestors talked about Mount Meru being the central point of all creation, where everything emanates from. And I like how they said that, the pole star has its watchful eye above that area. And all of us know that all the other stars rotate around Polaris. Polaris stays almost stationary, and all the other stars rotate around it. And they talked about that being that island. And so that's why I say that's where we all come from, the North Pole. We all come from one source. So there is no separate race on this or on that. Like, everything here is composed of light, energy vibrating at different frequencies. At most, your light vibrates at a different frequency than their light. Big deal. You're still a light being. All of us are, man. We all came from this womb of the earth. The spirit that created the earth is the same type of spiritual matter that we're created from. We're all created from divine matter. This divine matter is everything that you see, and that's why it's all energy. You see what I'm saying? It all comes from that same source. I am that I am. So I just wanted to kind of just, reinforce that again or whatever. That's why I said, like, it tied in perfect to my video I had did a couple weeks ago where I talked about I had raised debunk, because I do. Even occult knowledge backs it up. So that's what I'm saying, that, I'm not just, just making these claims just off of nothing. Like, nah, I got knowledge and scientific shit to back up what I'm saying straight up. So it is what it is. But anyway, though, man, I just wanted to reiterate that. And next week, I'm going to be working on, well, in between, but hopefully next week I'll be ready to drop the second episode to Traversing the Occult. It's going to be on the celestial hierarchy, or either it's going to be on the Anima Mundi, which basically is the soul of the world, soul of the earth. Again, you know, the womb of the earth, where we're all coming from, the spirit of it. Everything here, we have a spirit, we have a soul. You know what I'm saying? And the world, the earth does too. You see what I'm saying? So we'll be getting into some of that, you know, a little bit further in depth and stuff. I'm still working on some of the research and trying to make up my mind how I want to break it down. But anyway, though, man, peace and love to all y'all out there under the sound of my voice, man. One love, one heart, and one spirit, y'all. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. One.